Howdy, YouTube neighbors. JC Locke here with a new series, Covenant 1 Adventures. Wait, before you leave, please hear me out. In the year and a half that I've been playing Monster Train, having cleared over 1,000 hours on it, and having watched uncountable hours of YouTube content from Rising Dusk, from Voyix, Cranberry, Gabriel, Tangalicious, and Never Nathaniel back when he was still playing, I've come to a realization. Covenant 25 is clearly the most entertaining and informative difficulty of Monster Train to watch. But it's not representative of the average Monster Train player experience, and it limits the scope of content available. For example, daily challenges are Covenant 1, as are most of the front page community challenges, further evidence that that's the difficulty level on which the average Monster Train player experiences the game. Custom clan mods were clearly not designed around Covenant 25 and quickly fall apart in that context. That is the missing game space that I hope to capture in this series. So, I will admit it is a bit odd that I'm choosing to begin with Rising Dusk's Unofficial Balance Patch, given that, unlike other mod creators, Dusk specifically designed the UBP with Covenant 25 in mind. However, I believe that the average Monster Train player can harvest a great deal of enjoyment from it in lower Covenant levels, if not more than those, like myself, mostly playing Covenant 25. The largest problem I've historically had with roguelike games is that the higher the difficulty, the fewer viable lines of victory exist. That limits the game experience, and this is especially true for Monster Train. So, the adventure in playing the Unofficial Balance Patch at Covenant 1 is to see if I can find some of those new lines the UBP opens up that Covenant 25 invalidates. So, if you decided to stick around after listening to my intro, thank you kindly. I look forward to starting this adventure with you. Unofficial Balance Patch is on. And for my first outing, I believe that I want to play my favorite clan, and the one that I know that Dusk believes needs the most help, and that would be Umbra, specifically default Umbra. I'm going to go with an Awoken secondary, though I usually don't care for Awoken and Umbra together because they're, unless, Primordium and Root Seeds, or for that matter, Primordium and Restore, is pretty good. But with default Umbra, I don't particularly like Awoken because they tend to both feature units with a very large size, and getting them on the same floor is often a chore. But I'm going to give it a try this time around, specifically because I want to feature the new Root Seeds. Root Seeds is the exact same card it's always been, except it now also triggers a unit's Rejuvenate ability, so that we can actually play our Hollows now if we have a Root Seed starter. It makes the card look a little bit inelegant, but I very much like this change, and it basically removes the last bit of inconsistency that the most consistent clan in the game, in my opinion, had. We're not playing with mutators. Let me turn those off. This is not mutator madness. And we are at Covenant 1, so these are Covenant 1 adventures. Alright, we have our base clan, we have our allied clan, we are at Covenant 1, we have the Unofficial Balance Patch enabled. It's time to get started. Okay, we already have a very interesting opening. So, you may notice that Perils of Production is on the wrong side of my starters. This is because it's now uncommon in the Unofficial Balance Patch. This is both a nerf and a buff. It's a buff because, since it's uncommon, you'll now see it after Ring 2. Not always, obviously, but you have chances of seeing it after Ring 2. It's a nerf because, one, that means that the only Ember Drain card at common is Immortal Trade now. And Perils of Production will show up later in your run as opposed to early in the run when you can build around it. For example, if Perils of Production shows up Ring 7, it's probably too late because you haven't planned around having access to that Ember on the regular. You haven't had time to find a holdover for it or a spell chain. And if you do manage to get it in your starters, you get only one copy. So, all in all, I consider a net loss to the Ember Drain package, but we'll see how it goes. Outside that, I like the Glimmer Start, most certainly. I probably should have taken a look at my bosses. I got a little bit too into my old man rant there. Okay, Double X Daedalus, Safe Word Fell, and Chaste Seraph. Okay. The only one I think we really need to be terribly mindful of in this setup is Daedalus. But we'll see. Chain of Gems, always a good pick. Okay. No monsters here. That's always been my favorite Penumbra. Glutton does not appear to have received any changes. He's still got his lifesteal 2 and the gorges are the same. Architect is different though. In addition to his normal summon ability, now he applies Rage to friendly units. Let's see what that looks like as it progresses. Okay, so he still does give an increasing amount of summons, but he now also gives an increasing amount of Rage, which is nice. It means that he's more than just there on the run. He actually does something. In the base game, and by base game I mean unmodded game, I'm going to be calling it base game in this series just for brevity's sake, if nothing else. In the base game, you essentially play him on a floor. He starts off basically as a 25-20 unit for one space, which in the context of one space champions is pretty good. And then he becomes free space, and then he becomes +1 space, and that's really all he does. I've heard him called intrinsic Space Prism champion, and it's nice. Of the Penumbras, Architect was the one I think least in need of a buff. I'm kind of surprised Glutton didn't get any love here, but in the context of this Architect versus the previous one, this is a definite improvement. So let's play him. I would definitely consider not taking this Horde if this were Covenant 25, but this is Covenant 1, which means I have twice as much Pyre health to play with. So I'm definitely going to take the Horde. All really good options here. Split Anvil would be my choice if we didn't have 3 Ember Drain cards in our starters. That's going to be another thing about Covenant 1. I have 2 less Root Seeds to play with. 2 less Shade Splitters, obviously. Given that we are in Umbra, and Awoken for that matter, it's entirely possible that we don't see fast scaling. Alright. We are most likely seeing an Awoken banner on 2, and then an Awoken banner on 3. So this is probably going to be more of an Awoken run than an Umbra run. and that's important to keep in mind. I think Root Split Mask gives us safety and insurance here, so we'll take that. Spikes 3. Glimmers go a long way at counteracting that. We have our Immortal Trades for Relentless. I think we can handle Spikes 3 here. Alright, now remember this is Covenant 1, so there's no Ember Drain on the top floor. I just drew all 3 of our Ember Drain cards in the same hand, which I'm honestly okay with. I'm going to Glimmer here. That's one less spike hit I will have to take. And there's no need for me to play any of that out. Because this is Covenant 1, I will redraw it. As a matter of fact, I already have. Alright. Put the morsel down. Play the Perils on it, so I don't have to suffer the Ember Drain. Root Seeds, and I'll play out my Train Stewards down below. There's really no point in Glimmering, but I guess I can take the Spell Shield off. I'm not sure what that does for me, but... Alright, we've now taken... Have we taken damage up top? We have not yet taken damage up top. Rubble morsels all around. That's fine. I'll get in another hit with him. It doesn't hurt me. We only have 2. I have not taken damage, so there's no point in Glimmering, except to kill the healer back here. That's... Never mind. That's a good use of my time. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of Pyre damage here. As my Pyre... Oh no, he's rooted. Never mind. I completely forgot that I did the thing. What am I drawing into? I'm drawing into Immortal Trade, most likely next turn. Alright, I'll Perils him. Glimmer up to heal a little bit. And I'll end the turn. Okay. So heal up again, so I can take one more hit. Yeah, we're just going to absolute... Nah, don't want you. You're slightly better. Absolutely body the boss here. I definitely don't need a third Immortal Trade. None of these cards have been altered. I'm actually considering Space Prism here, which is odd given that I have Architect. That allows me to put 2 Train Stewards up on the first floor, on the top floor. That's not nothing, but... Oh, I stand corrected, and Umbra Assault has been buffed. It deals 5 damage now. It used to only deal 3. I don't have a ping, now that I think about it, so I'm going to grab Umbra Assault for some backline access. Okay, options. Sharpen has been buffed. It costs 1 now. I've always thought Sharpen was underrated at 2. So having it at 1 here is definitely nice. Razor Sharp Edge is the gold standard, I think, in non-Wormkin spell scaling. Problem is, Architect is an attack champion. It's not a health champion. And so that will be wholly dependent upon what unit I get in the next ring. Given that I'm going to an Awoken banner, it's good news if it's a holo, bad news if it's an Animus. But it's Covenant 1. I'm looking for the lines that you usually wouldn't play, and the Sharpen has been buffed. So I'm going to take the Sharpen here. It's the safer bet. What's in the temple? -2 and Purge. Nothing really fits a -2. Magic Shop is Permafrost. I'm definitely going to spin that and see what we get. Woken Banner says, okay, well. Husk Hermit has been buffed. He now has a Revenge ability, which makes putting him in the front an interesting proposition. And there's the possibility of playing with Awoken Hollow now. Awoken Hollow is interesting because once we get him healed up, he will have more health than our Architect, which will make our Architect the hitter. But between the two, I think I like Revenge Husk Hermit. And essences have been changed. This one's still the same. This one gives a Revenge buff. I forget what the old health increase used to be. That might have been nerfed. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was 15 or 30, but I don't think it was 20. I'm going to take the Husk Hermit here. I don't have a frontliner, so I do now. It's 10 magic power. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a Glimmer for now. -1 root seeds, always. And now we're going to spin. Double stack. Not what I wanted to see. Not what I wanted to see. No, I don't think that's worth more than making a free root seeds and moving on. Probably not going to see a magic shop again for a while. Well, no, I'm going to see one on 4, most likely, because I'm going to want that vortex. Okay. So, we're going to chill for now. I'm not dying to purge any cards yet. When's my next temple? On 3, and then 5. So, and then 8. So we have a good temple distribution. Yeah, we're in a good position right now. No sense in swinging the bucket. This is fine. Alright, we're going to get a single Revenge trigger on our Husk Hermit. Actually, okay. Lifesteal 1 is not really going to do anything for me, so I'm just going to take the extra health for now. I'm actually going to keep the excavators in my hand. I think doing so is correct. I'm going to put a Train Steward mid. Lots of revenge triggers. It's not much, but it's something. I want to heal, but I also want to murk him. It's a conundrum. I'm going to heal. That's the right thing to do to keep my frontliner chugging. Get rid of the healer back here. Down another train steward. I don't know why I just incanted in front of that guy. Oh, excuse me. I am so sorry about that. Could not get to my microphone mute button in time. That came out of nowhere. Finally see my sharpen. I'm going to put down a train steward and my excavator here. Rebel morsel down here. And end my turn. Now I think is the time for a morsel excavator. Mortal excavator. Alright. Glimmer on lower makes perfect sense. Big glimmer on top makes even more sense. What am I drawing into next turn? So I'm at +2, +1, -2. I think that's fine. I'm going to put the Immortal Trade on my sweeper. And we are golden. Another excavator. So we have lifesteal for days. For 2 days specifically. I like making of a morsel here. Looks like there's been no change to that card or mind collapse. Yeah, there's some decent utility in it. Man. I'm starting to regret a little bit now not taking Cultivating Hollow, but we got a second chance of the Razor Sharp Edge. You can get Divine Artifacts in Covenant 1? I did not know that. I will take the Divine 25 gold. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to peek in the steel shop. Large stone. Okay. Because I have Architect, large stone works for my sweeper, so I may be purchasing that. In the temple, we have magic power. Okay, we're going to be sharding up our glimmers here, that's for sure. I don't think I like Animus of Will as a infusion. But it might be a decent unit. Let me think about this. Right now, if I take Large Stone, or if I take this infusion, my total unit space is 6. I'm going to get +1 space from Architect next in ring 4. And if I take space now, I can fit a large sweeper and a second unit on the floor. That's worth considering. Animus of Will getting rage every turn is not going to be nothing. So we'll take that for now. We won't be able to player this ring, but we will next ring. Yeah. Okay. In case that's an X5, I'm going to go ahead and shard up now. I think I want a 22 in piercing and then a 32 non-piercing. I want to spread out my healing. So I'm going to see a unit here. And I have another shot at a unit here if I just completely crap out here. Or I may not even need an infusion. We have options. Okay, well, we're at full pyre health, so... Okay, then. Womp womp. So I've essentially paid 20 pyre health for 25 gold. Now, one hand giveth you the odds, the other hand flippeth you the deuce. Because my Hermit's can be a frontline unit, I do still want the Titan Stone on him. He needs the HP. And now I'm going to re-roll. And we have struck gold. I'm not going to be quick, which is fine because I have a revenge trigger. So I'm going to take the multi-strike here, and I'm definitely going to take the plus 25 into Animus. Very nice. And I want to see a magic shop next ring, so I'm going to save the rest of my money. And it's time for double X Daedalus. Okay, I cannot play Animus yet. And that will straight kill Penumbra. So what I'm going to do is... I'm going to sacrifice the Animus. Oh, well, I thought I was going to sacrifice the Animus. I forgot I gave her that much health. This is a pickle? Okay. Well... let's restart the fight. What I'm going to do instead is I am going to let Penumbra ride with that damage shield. The explosion will eat both damage shields, but that's okay. I'm going to put Animus mid. I'm going to Root Seeds and Razor Sharp Penumbra. And then I'm going to wipe that entire line from existence. Okay, we have our Husk Hermit. So we will play him. I'm going to take 20 damage. We're going to lose 2 damage shields, but that's fine. Once again, wipe this line off the face of the earth. Give our Animus a shield. Root Seeds up. Okay, we will give Animus a meat wall. We're going to Antumber Assault you. Give her meat wall a Morsel Miner. And we'll leave you to rot down here. and keep buffing up. I had to mute my mic for a second there. I'm glad I picked up the Sharpen now that I'm going to be using my Husk Hermit as a frontliner. About to face a hasty floor. But me and my sweeper do not care. Is there any reason in me actually casting this? No, there's not. Righto. An intern. As much as I want to wipe that entire line from existence, I also kind of want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 revenge triggers. So we're going to cool it there. I won't hesitate to kill Hasty Boy, though. Alright, I need to heal up my frontliner. We have some options here. We are unlikely to redraw our immortal trades for the final showdown. Definitely want you to have Umbra Morsel. And I would like more Ember next round. That's fine. Okay. Another Sharpen, definitely. Okay. You survived the first hit, so Morsel Miner for you. Heal you for 10. Heal you for 12. And it's another 30 damage into the boss. I think that's correct. I should have played the Morsel Miner in front and let the damage shield absorb the first hit, but oh well. Not a big deal. No, I was absolutely fine until I started sneezing, and now I'm sniffly. Huh. Wildwood Custodian got a little bit of a buff in its unit essence. But you don't ever pass up the opportunity for a Trample Sweeper. And speaking of sweep, Shadow Eater now sweeps. So, Shadow Eater has had an entire rework. So, combining him with the Hollows no longer does the really fun things you can do with in the base game. But that means he stands alone better on himself, gives Umbra a sweeper, which they did not have before. And a fairly decent Gorge line. Put a quick into him, and he's a nightmare. Damage Warden. Now gets to scale his attack. And in addition to gaining his damage shield. I cannot take Awoken Hollow either as a frontline unit because I already have one, or as a infusion because he increases space. It's not Shadow Eater here. So, I think the Crucible Warden is a pretty good infusion for Animus. And then I can self-infuse... Or can I? Do I seriously only have 2 Hellvents this run? One... Oh no, there's one on 7. And I'm unlikely to need a Steel Shop, so yeah, I will dupe on 7, infuse on 8. Self-infuse my Husk Hermit. And that's strong. So yes, I definitely want this as an infusion for my Animus. Yeah, we'll take that. And once again, we do require space to make this plan work. Alright, still swinging left. Replenish the Pyre health I spent for 25 gold. Start killing off my train stewards. I mean, sending them to a farm to live with a nice family. Permafrost again. Okay. Game's not giving me much to work with. Divine Horde says Gnarled Root. Gnarled Root makes my Sharpen really good. For a grand total of +8 and Spikes 4. I like it more than I like anything else here, so we'll take it. It's a marginal increase in power, but as slow as we're currently scaling, it's not nothing. And we definitely go Architect 2 here. Okay. 50, 70. That brings me down to 95. I can still afford whatever it is, because once again, Covenant 1. I want my Sharpen to be free now that all my root... No, my root seeds are not all free. Never mind. Now we'll spin it. And I got the exact same thing, didn't I? No, last time was double stack. So I've now seen everything but holdover. So now I will take my free Sharpen. And I would have actually liked a double stack this time around, now that I have Gnarled Root. But that gives me another hit to pursue another magic shop. My next magic shop is on 6. I'm not in love with that. I will be seeing magic shop on 8. But I don't want to wait too long looking for holdover. At this point, we may be better off without the Ember Drain package, which is sad given that we started with it. But obviously, if we see Void Binding, that calculus changes. But for now, I don't see the Ember Drain package doing much for us. Spikes 4 on my Revenge Sweeping Frontliner. That actually sounds very good. I will take it. Dealing with Hasty Boys again. That's not going to be a problem. Going to put Animus in first so that she gets damage shields. Going to sharpen up our Animus just to give her +8 power. Give her a Morsel Miner. And I'm going to send Train Steward to die down below. I mean, to take a nice, long, pleasant nap. Husk Hermit go burr. Crucible Warden go sit and do nothing. I don't want to glimmer up top because I want the revenge triggers. I only miss out on one revenge trigger by glimmering up top. Even so, I'm not healing anything, so there's no point. So I'm going to take out that hasty boy. And we're going to start scaling. Yeah, having that Animus as a second unit to take advantage of our new rage-generating architect, definitely nice. Alright, heal up. Root Seeds, Razor Sharp. Send you for a vacation in Guadalajara. Trample Sweeper is active. I don't need to heal. 2 waves remaining. I'm going to get rid of Hasty Boy. You're dying, so I can go ahead and... Not for you. And I'm going to get you some food. And we're good. Razor Sharp, Root Seeds. Okay. I'm going to get rid of Hasty Boy. I'm going to heal up top. Sadly, that means losing a revenge trigger, but what am I going to do? Not heal my frontline unit? Get you fed. And then, since Crucible Warden's around, might as well give him a few hits to the boss. Takes him down almost halfway. Did I... No, I guess I've already played through both my glimmers. I'm going to go ahead and take the Ember Drain now. Okay. Okay. And we lose nothing for it for at least one round. And that actually gave him 2 more damage shields, so it took off more health than we otherwise would have. I'm really glad now that I gave him the lifesteal. Commemorative Spike. All that for a commemorative spike. I would like to actually play all my units top floor, so I'll take the money. Gem Trove, still very hard to play. Feast. Excavation Eruption looks different. I can't say why, though. Ah, we do less damage when we hit 4 times. That's why it looks different. Nonetheless, I do not have the Ember to take on either of these, and we're not on a morsel plan, so Feast isn't it here. We skip. That is a focused growth. That is a Pyre Shards. So Pyre Shards has been buffed. It applies spikes 8 now. So Pyre Shards right now is 8 spikes and plus 8 to my frontline unit. That's definitely worth considering right now. As much as I want Engraft, I don't think it's Engraft here. So it's either between Focused Growth or Pyre Shards. I'm picking up one. I'm just not sure which. I like that Pyre Shards does its thing and then gets out of the way. But 2 rounds without healing is a lot. So we're going to take Focused Growth for now. To increase the chances that we get a heal when we need a heal. Okay. I still have 2 Train Stewards I need to get rid of. And Animus could use a second buff. There's far more value on the right side, though. But I think for another shot at a magic shop, I think I go ahead and take the Vortex now so that I can swing left. Again, these are low value, but they may actually have what I'm looking for. Whereas I don't have enough money to make use of the trinket shop. The Horde could be a crapshoot. I'm not in love with the artifacts. I've already got Chain of Gems. And I've already got Gnarled Root, so I'm not in love with the artifacts. There's way too many low rolls, not enough high rolls for this to be value, and Concealed Caverns could be literally anything. So, I'm going to go left. I'm going to take the known quantity of removals, get rid of my Train Stewards. Peek in the Steel Shop. All three of these are viable for Animus of Will. I don't think it's quick here, though. I don't think it's quick. Because my healing plan is 2 glimmers, I think the plus 25 is better than the damage shield. So I'll give her another plus 25. And I will bugger off. Gonna go ahead and make the Crucible Warden sacrifice now. And Animus becomes even beefier. 30 magic power. Goes into focused growth. I don't think I have an intrinsic target. I plan on playing top floor exclusively, so yeah. I will keep my shard count in the double digits for now. I have another infusion to make, so we're definitely going high later. Harvesters of Death. Overcharged tanks are definitely getting upgraded. That's happening. But I have a full pyre. I'm kind of low on funds. And I have survivability. I'm concerned about Relentless with the Crystal Cloak here. But Armor 15 is not going to make a difference. Okay. What do I want here? Do I want shields on the Husk Hermit or shields on Penumbra? These are legitimate questions. I think I want the shields on Penumbra. Okay. I'm going to Entumbra Assault you to get some real morsels. Now we're off to a hot start. We just drew both glimmers. Not my favorite thing, but that means we get the collector. I like money. Well, I'm killing him one way or the other. So be it. I'll just take the one revenge trigger at 12. I don't even think I mind doing that. Yeah. Can't make a morsel yet until we get Architect 3. I'm going to play the Morsel Maker. Oh, dang it. He's not going to die. That was an error. So I'm not going to play the Razor Sharp Edge this turn. And that is fine. because I definitely want the Trample Stone this turn. Chain of Gems, you have hosed me. Okay, you're dying now, but I don't really need the Ember now. Okay. Root Seeds, definitely. I don't really need to heal yet. And that will lose me... that will lose me 2 revenge triggers. But I think I'm okay without them. I think it is most correct to keep my life topped off for now. And nothing else here is worth casting. We're in a very weird position. 5 damage. Dang it. I was hoping to get a morsel or 2 down to eat stealth, but that's not happening. Alright, I'm drawing into both my Glimmer and my Focused Growth in the next 2 turns. So, for now, I'll just Glimmer the boss. Yeah. Alright. There are my Shade Splitters. Unfortunately, I can't cast them both and still Focused Growth. Immortal Trade's not going to matter. But yeah, I'll eat 1 stealth from her. And yeah, I would rather keep my mana, or my Ember. Okay, we're good. We lose our frontline unit, which is not unexpected. But we are otherwise fine. Okay. We made it through Crystal Cloak. Not the cleanest. We would never have gotten away with that on Covenant 25. But that's fine. Kindle's been... yeah, it's been upgraded. It has permafrost now, which is a good call. I don't think I need anything here, though. Edge Prior's been buffed. Spells that heal or apply regen cost 1 less on this floor. Cycle of Life's been buffed. It spikes 5 instead of spikes 3 now. Has it always been 2? I don't know. And Restoring Retreat looks the same. What's Edge Prior's is? Ooh. Huh. That is an interesting... 15 resolves. Restore 5 health to friendly units. That is interesting. But I don't think it's better than the Self-Infusion. So, given our current game plan, I definitely want Cycle of Life here. I don't know why. I'm thinking Cycle of Life was originally 3. Was it? I don't know. So yeah, I specifically took the removals so that I could see this magic shop. Okay, we have our holdover. So, we can lean into an Ember Drain plan if we want to. We never saw a Void Binding. So, holdover Sharpen, holdover Cycle of Life. What ring are we on? 6? We're going here. No, we're not. We're gonna dupe and combine on 8. So we're seeing another magic shop. Two more chances at seeing Void Binding. Yeah, I don't think we are looking at a... Yeah, I don't think we're looking at an Ember Drain run this time around. Okay. Do I spin it looking for double stack? I don't have a remove consume target, and I don't have a permafrost target. So I think the gold is better spent on... Well, before I do that, let's see the caverns. It could be build a card. Interesting. Okay. Free purge. Right now, I think the weakest card in my deck is Shade Splitter. So let's purge that. So Rare Awoken, there's any number of cards I could be looking for there. The card that heals all my units, love that. I already have my Trample from Umbra, so I don't care about that. Furnace Tap would be a reason to stick with the Ember Drain line, but it's already too late for that. I probably should have looked at the caverns first. I think Awoken has more good hits than Umbra does. And there's Unleash the Wildwood there. That's exactly what I was looking for. That would have been a good holdover target. But yes, we definitely collect that. That frees up my Glimmers for more offensive matters. Now I'll go ahead and spin it. And I got the double stack. So I will take that double stack. And -1, I would like to go ahead and go into Unleash the Wildwood. I'm not spending any money next round, and I'm getting money next round, so... Let's go ahead and purge both Shade Splitters. They're not doing anything for me right now. Okay. No need to take the money. I'm gonna have shards. And I'd like to stay under 100 going into fill. Yeah. Safe word fill is not nearly as bad as rage fill at 100 shards, but... Oh, drew all of my units turn 1. But I drew my holdover cycle turn 1 too, so I'm going to go ahead and call this a good turn. I would like Animus to have the shields. Well, Animus already has 5 damage shield. So let's give Penumbra the damage shield. Alright, turn 1 we've already killed the statue. So I'm feeling good about our chances here. Oh, my spiky boy. Alright. Hit me up, boys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want to draw more cards, so focused growth. Oh yeah, I like the new Architect Penumbra. I will definitely say that. Alright. Trample Sweeper is online. Yeah, incant all you want. You're still getting wrecked. Razor Sharp or draw 2 cards? Right now, I think the Razor Sharp is actually higher value. So weird seeing Quick with a sweeper as my main and not taking it. But that's Covenant 1 for you, and that's Unofficial Balance Patch for you. All my instincts are screaming at me right now, oh no, my sweeper's getting hit. But it's not as bad as all that. I want him getting hit. That feels so weird. Man, this is fun. For this, the unmodded game, I would simply be playing a Husk Hermit behind Penumbra. I would have infused the Animus into Husk Hermit, and we wouldn't have this crazy pain factory we have going on up here. So thank you again, Dusk, for a really fun mod. Nah, there's no point in playing that. None of these have been altered. I don't like Shroud Spike because I'm not on a morsel plan. I'm going to have a space for morsels. Unless I see Monstrous and decide to make a Monstrous pivot, go Architect 2, Monstrous 3, which is doable. But it may or may not be the right call. But it's not Shroud Spike here. Intrinsic Channel Song is an interesting proposition, but I don't think it's that either. I only have one chance at the Intrinsic. So, we're going to skip the rare pack. Ember or draw? I kind of feel strong with my draw. But I'm going to a magic shop, which means 2 more -1, so my Ember's kind of solved too, so I'll take the draw. Once again, JC Locke's Monster Train Axiom, I would rather not play all my cards than not see all my cards. Okay, I think the highest value is going to be on this side. What's in the caverns? Ah, you want to throw? Here's how you throw. Take Petrified Heart in a tank and spank run like this one. I think I'll take another plus 25 in my frontline tank. That seems good. Nothing about that seems wrong. Okay, well. Advanced Prototype literally does nothing right now. Shade Lamp just clogs up my hand right now and just feeds Harvest Waves. And Infused Mallet has never done anything. I'm guessing the Unofficial Balance Patch does not touch any of the artifacts. Otherwise, Infused Mallet would have definitely gotten a buff to actually be useful. Oh, man. You know, first I paid a bunch of higher pyre health for 25 gold, and now I'm going to pay 15 shards for 25 gold. But, that's Monster Train. Before I Hellvent, I want to see what my champion's going to look like in the end. No, I'm not taking Glutton. So, Architect 3 it is. Okay. We have several good Hellvent targets. I'm kind of keen on Cycle of Life, honestly, but I don't probably... There's a chance I see another holdover. I don't want 3 holdover cards, so that's going to be a no for me. I kind of want another double-stacked Sharpen here. A phrase I would never utter in the base game. Okay, so I don't think it's Focus Growth because I don't want to draw both of those in the same hand. It could be a Root Seeds, get a 4th Root Seeds in, but I'm not in love with that. Yeah, I'm taking another Sharpen. Strange but true. Spell Shield 2, I literally do not care. Bring all the Spell Shield you want. You've made Entumbral Assault even more of a dead draw than it already was. Now, and I guess Glimmer is going to be affected, but I was using Glimmer primarily for healing anyway, so it's all good. This hand is good enough that I am actually going to suffer the Ember Drain. Because I want to play all of it out. Okay. So, choose carefully. Root Seeds is free. I don't have to think about that. But it's going to be Cycle of Life because I want to hold that over. Very good. And I can go around without healing. So let's get the Sharpen up. Dang, if I was smart, I'd have made a Morsel, put the Perils on it, and then played out my entire hand. But it is what it is. I'm not going to have to pay for my error. Because I drew into my Glimmer. Sharpen is right now strictly better than Razor Sharp Edge. Okay, no, we learned our lesson. Morsel. Perils. Now we play it all out. Glimmer. Unleash. Focused Growth. Sharpen. Okay. I'm okay with drawing 8 cards this turn to play out all my buffs. So good. Architect is so good right now. Battle of the Revenge Triggers. Alright, I am now flush. Well, we have seen our second Perils of production. Prism retrieval appears to be unaffected. So this is what I was talking about with the buff. Normally you wouldn't be able to see Perils of production after floor 2, but as with the nerf, we started off with Perils of production, but we couldn't really build into it. So we skip here. There's my second chance at Pyre Shards. And Snare is interesting. And that's +8, spikes 8, consume. I cannot tell you how bad I want to take Pyre Shards in this run, but there's always a better option showing up. Okay, we are swinging left. We're going to do the self-infusion. I just want to make absolutely sure that that did not cause... Yeah. And our frontliner now starts off with triple-digit health, which is good. Alright, we've hit 150 shards. Let's see what the magic shot brings us. Holdover. Holdover Unleash the Wildwood is basically a guarantee of immortality. Yes, I think that's the right call. I have the cash, I need to spend it. -1 will now go into making of a morsel. We're going to put +10 magic power into our other glimmer. We'll see if I want to re-roll afterwards. Okay. I'm going to get rid of Umbra Assault. It doesn't do the job for me anymore, and I'm going to get rid of Immortal Trade. Because I have Making of a Morsel, there's still a fringe case for Perils of Production. So missed opportunities. There's the fossilized fangs that would have made Gorge Penumbra decent, but nowhere near as good as the Architect. Wing technology is not going to do much for me now because I'm only playing one morsel a turn and it's already getting Chain of Gems. So wing technology does nothing for me. And Thorn Fruit, had I taken the stings get +10 in piercing, would have been good, but none of these really do anything for us now. Oh, man, there's Channel Heart too. That's funny. Prairie's Cloak is kind of overkill, but I'm going to be healing pretty much every turn, so might as well take it. Okay. Now, I still have plenty of cash left over, so let's spin the magic shop. Nothing worth double stacking. But it's worth it for another -1. And I'm going to put that into Razor Sharp Edge. Now, I would like to go ahead and purge my last Immortal trade. And I think that's all she wrote. 18 cards, 150 shards, Seraph the Chaste, Covenant 1, Unofficial Balance Patch, let's go. Now, unfortunately, we're going to see limited use of Architect on account of Chaste Seraph, but it's all good. I want to trample. I want to trample more than I want to sharpen. And I want to draw cards. And it's not worth the Ember Drain to play the sharpen. It just isn't. Especially when the rage is just going to be cut in half by Seraph there. Alright. Just play out my entire hand. Glimmer is going to go... Well, screw you, guy. Glimmer's going to go here. Yeah. Every now and then I forget Pyre Wings are a thing. 22 plus 42 is not going to be enough to take him out. That's 64. However, so I got the making of a morsel. I did not get my Perils. Uncommon Perils. That's the name of this. That's the name of this episode. I do not want to get Ember Drained for 3. I just don't. So for now, I'm going to root him. I'm going to hit for 42. And I want to spend the rest of my Ember on buffs. Hold over my Glimmer, or my, Unleash the Wildwood. Alright. Kill you off. I have the Making of the Morsel and Perils combination, but no reason to play it. Okay. Alright. I drew the Glimmer I wanted to see. Now, he's going to Ember Drain me, and there's frick all I can do about that. There's a non-zero chance I can keep him ensnared. I think it's worth trying. Yep. Did I get it? I did not. But I can play all the cards in my hand right now, so we will double Glimmer. But he's going to regen a whole bunch of it. Yeah. I'm getting Ember Drained, and I don't think I can do anything about that. Wait a minute. Hang on a sec. Something's odd here. When a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the amount healed. Why is Root Seeds triggering that? I mean, Root Seeds triggers rejuvenate abilities, but Priory's Cloak's not a rejuvenate ability. Interesting. I'll have to let Dusk know about that. I'm getting Ember drained. Nothing I can do about it. Oh well. So I don't get to hold over my cycle of life. Which is bull snot. But it is what it is. Let's see. I want you to get left behind. I want the revenge triggers, so I'm not going to play out the glimmers. Seeing Root Seeds trigger that is so weird. I'm going to play out my entire hand here. Because I can. Drawing 10 cards on the non-existent next turn. Yeah, I cannot say that this opening hand makes me unhappy. I honestly don't want to glimmer that line. I made a mistake. I did not see the Umbra Stone was in my hand, but that's what you get for playing it out too quickly. I will redraw the Umbra Stone, however, before it becomes relevant. I think I want to separate you from the Harvest Wave. You know, this is worth an extra 6 damage. I might as well go ahead and do it. Yep. Alright, now I'm making the same mistake twice. Twice. Umbra Stone. I'm happy with you where you're at, honestly. So, yeah, I can play everything out. Go ahead and kill off Spike's girl anyway. Okay, next. Covenant 1. I'm so not used to Divinity only having 4,000 hit points. At 150 shards, no less. Okay. I'm happy with all y'all where you're at, so I'll just take that for the card draw. That there, and we're happy. If nothing else, the Unofficial Balance Patch lets me play some of my favorite cards, like Unleash the Wildwood, in circumstances where I wouldn't otherwise get to, so I'm appreciative for that. Well, thank you for joining me for the very first episode of Covenant 1 Adventures. I hope you got something out of it. I certainly did, and I will see you next time.